Good day, Internet, and welcome to Free and Cheap. I am Jeffersonb, and if you're anything like me, you love games that are both free and cheap. So today we're going to look at one such particular game. This is a game that's really close to my heart. This is Archeage. It's put out by a company called Tryon Worlds. It is an MMORPG, a game type that just holds a special place in my heart. And so we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to keep talking us through all of it and my experiences with them. So first off, we have your four basic races. We have your Nuians, which are they worship the goddess Nui, who is the goddess of the hereafter, which is their version of the afterlife. And so they have some really awesome armor. I especially love just the best part. It's the cape physics and different the way in which this game engine builds upon physics. Of course, you have your elves, because no MMORPG fantasy would ever be complete without an elf. Additionally, we have the Firans. They're kind of like your cat folk, as evidenced by the cat tail. And then finally, we have the Harani, which are just this really interesting kind of monkish type. They live on both the Firani and the Harani. The Firan and the Harani live on Haryana, and I actually have not had any experience with this half of the continent versus my main, which is actually a Nuian, and so he's over on the Nui side of things. But yeah, let's customize a Harani just to kind of get a look at things. I also really love the soundtrack of this game. This is just beautiful. So yeah, we can select all kinds of hair colors, and facial styles, and appearances, and different things with eyes, and wrinkle levels, which are always interesting. Different face paint, which is just pretty awesome, pretty cool. If for nothing else, just because it looks cool. Moving right along, we have the ability to choose your different gazes, different nose types, mouth types, and head types. So I think I'm going to grab this head, I'll grab that head type, and I'm going to grab the smaller nose and a lower mouth, and give him a mustache. Mustache goatee. Make it yellow, because then it would match the hair, and that would make sense. Just a little bit more of the red spectrum. Give him a ginger beard. Alright, and so that looks about good. Why not? We'll, wow, there's just so much that you can control with the face. Why? I don't know. And there's blend looks. We can save all our appearances, and I mean, this to me is just cool. And so here we are. This is all of our different skill sets. We have the Battle Rage, which is very melee focused and very much tanky. Get in there, get the job done. Sorcery, range DPS, control the battlefield, make things happen. Archery, of course, a great class for doing damage over time, using that bow to its best of its abilities, adding cool stuff to the bow. Vitalism, which is definitely your support class, being able to make sure that everybody in the battle is doing okay. Occultism, which is, interestingly enough, Nui's own particular class, and so it involves being able to use the undead, being able to use those particular summons and things like that to make sure that you get your job done. And then Shadow Play, of course, is your thief, making sure you can do all kinds of crazy cool combos and just do all kinds of greatness. And the best part about this is you can pick actually 3 of these classes, and they form your actual job type. And so, tell you what, let's pick a Vitalism, and let's give him the name, call him Talus. Sure, why not? So let's create Talus. The name is already in use. Talus Dude. Why not? We're just we're kind of just showing him off here. And so let's jump right in, and yeah, let's look at him and what he can do. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna jump over onto my main, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, let's jump into my main character. His name is Reardon. He is a storm chaser, which is a combination of. If you remember earlier when we were discussing having 3 different classes that make up your actual class type. This character has archery. What is it? Archery, vitalism, and sorcery, I believe, are his 3 main skills. And we can confirm that here just as soon as it loads. Alright, so here we are. We are in... where are we? We're in Marianople, so this is a really awesome town. It's actually one of the biggest capital city. Anything to do with anything happens in Marianople. It's right down here in the center part of the nation. I believe it's the capital for all intents and purposes. Just to confirm my character, you know, we are part of the Crescent Throne. We don't have any titles yet. He's only a level 25. I've only been playing for just a little bit, but so yeah, here we are. Up in this top corner here, you can see sorcery, archery, and auramancy, which is a lot of like vitalistic skills and being able to give yourself a shield or a health boost, and it's been a really great class. And so yeah, I just want to be able to show you around here. Oh, I have a gift. This is another great thing about Archeage, is every so often you get these divine gifts that come in after every 30 minutes of gameplay. While I'm here, let me just walk you around the UI. So down here, of course, you have your experience bar. Mine is at 62.57% until I reach level 26, which is always a great thing to see. And up here, this is where things get really interesting. This is your labor point system. So for every 5 minutes that you're in-game, you accumulate what are known as labor points. And so if I pull up my inventory really quick, I can... Well, first off, let me open this cool gift. I actually have no idea what's going to be in here. And hey! Speaking of labor points, this is a Naya Luna firework, which if I throw it off, hey, it celebrates everything about the new year. And as you can see, I just got 100 new labor points, and so I can show off exactly how this works. And so over time, what you might do over the course of playing an Archeage is you'll collect things like coin purses that you need to open, or crafting things that you want to be able to do, or be able to mine things, and all of that takes time. And all of that time is has a value to it, and we call that value labor points. And so that's what those are down there. You can also see loyalty tokens. That's a thing for if you want to pay and become what's called a patron of Archeage and be able to get some really cool bonuses. But that is not the purpose here. Free and cheap. Here we like things that are free and cheap. And so moving right along, we have your standard skill bar here. It has all kinds of great things. For example, my horse mount. His name is Jasper. And Jasper here, he will follow you around. He actually gains experience by watching you fight. And so quick tip if you ever plan on playing this game, which you should, is to make sure that you always have your mount out so that they can watch you and observe you as you fight and things like that. And so that's Jasper. Get out of here, Jasper. Next we have, and all of this is available really early within the game, so don't think that you have to be some super high level in order to get a mount. It's actually one of the most useful things I found in the game. Additionally, I might be able to summon it. No, summoning requires a larger space. Let's see. Hey, tell you what, let's grab Jasper, and I'm gonna get on him using G, and let's go outside the city. And so, like your own personal self, your mount gets these awesome abilities, and so right now I'm just using my run, which gives me a bonus to my movement speed of 50%, and so that's been going on. And let's just get right outside the city, and let me show you some of the other cool stuff. And so this is just a really cool town. I've only been in Marianople now for like a day or so because of the main storyline quests, but it has been a lot of really great fun just being able to be around here. And so let's go out in here. Just over here by the fields, nothing big. Got a suspicious farmer or two. Nothing major though, nobody's gonna hurt us out here. So get out of here, Jasper. We appreciate your service, we really do. We'll probably call upon it later. Summoning requires a larger space. How large of a space do you need, man? Anyway, so additionally, I've got this cool hang glider, which is always great. And where are these guys? Morpheus's lackey. Oh, you're level 20. Hey! This is a great time to segue into talking about the combat system. And so as you can see, I use a lot of sorcerer skills predominantly. So we fire our freezing arrow. And then let's do some archery skills here. And as you can see down here, every so often we will have something come up in like that orangey outline. And so what that means is that we can perform combo effects. And combo effects come up in such a way that if you stack them together, you start accumulating more damage, and it really does create some really great chains. And so over time, you'll be able to figure out how these things work. Yeah. And so that's some of the really cool stuff that I really like playing with this game. We also have things like, of course, you can dance, and depending on the different directions that we run, we do different dances because it's fun. Anyway, so let's just take out one more guy as I show off the system. And of course, down here you see I've got potions and things like that, and different bow skills. And so yeah, we just hit him with a couple bow skills, and guess what? You're dead. Cool. So let's see, where will this recall point take me? Okay, yeah, we can show this. And so one of the other interesting, really cool things about this world is that, as you can see, it is huge. All three of these continents are fully explorable. We can jump on any one of them, and we can actually travel to them by using a series known as the Hereafter Gates. And world gates, which are just really great ways to get around really quickly into the world. And one of the free things we get to do is every 30 minutes we can recall to the last memory tome location. So as you can see, I'm doing my recall here, and this is going to take us right back to where we were. You'll see these cool. I'll just show you here in a minute. So yeah, there's these really cool. I guess they're these book things which are not nearby, but yeah, the memory tones are a really great way to get around, to get back to places that you've been, and so it's been really helpful to be able to see what's going on here. The dungeon system has been really great. I've been loving the items. Currently, I am wearing full Hereafter gear, which is actually giving me a bonus to my mana regeneration and my health regeneration, because I own all 7 pieces of the it's okay. I wouldn't call it the best armor per se. I certainly could use some new weaponry and things like that. But yeah, this has been a joy to be able to play. It's that MMO that reminds you of, if you're into anime at all, this is very much your Sword Art Online, your Log Horizon. Like, this is a game that you can sink yourself into. The story has been really great, and yeah, I've been very pleased to play it. And so, should you play this game, I would say absolutely give it a shot. The only thing you can lose is your time, because it is just a technical side note. It is about a 7.28 at the time of this recording gigabyte download, and so just bear that in mind. But I mean, hey, if you got a broadband internet connection, you set it up, come back in about a half an hour to an hour or so, and you're good to go. And so yeah, this is Archeage. It is such a fun game, and they're ran by a girl in a yeah. So that's why Archeage is one of the most interesting things, and I've just barely begun to scratch the surface of how cool this game can be. And so definitely check it out. Definitely give it a look-see. It is totally worth it. And if you're there, hit me up. My character's name is Reardon, and you can look me up by account name, I think. Let's see. Friendsless. Character info. Still getting used to all of this. Social. There we go. And so, yeah, you can look me up. I believe my name here is Jefferson Benson. If not, you can look me up accordingly. Let's see. It's probably not in here. Nope, certainly not. Those are my options. But yeah, look me up here in the top corner. You see Roridan, R-O-R-I-D-A-N. I think actually they call him Reardon. I'm sorry, Roridan. Roridan and Jasper, we travel throughout all of Archeage in order to find some of the best and coolest things, and do all kinds of awesome stuff. And like I said, I barely scratched the surface of all the cool things that you can do in Archeage, but definitely check it out. And like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, leave a comment down below if you're feeling some more complicated than that. Make sure to subscribe to Ghost Incorporated for new videos coming at you every day, like Free and Cheap, where hopefully we'll be able to do more of these if things work out, and we'll be able to explore more cool free and cheap games. If you got a cool free and cheap game, just leave a comment down below letting me know. And we've got a little bit of a list now, but I mean, we'll always need cool new games to come at. And yeah, just make sure that you leave that comment down below, just so you know. Cheap is defined as under, I want to say under $10 for the time being, but we'll see how well that takes us. We'll see how long our dollar stretches. And so thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.